Across the grand fabric of history, where the tales of rising and falling civilizations intertwine, there lies an ancient account chronicling the legacy of a powerful and noble race. As the sun dips below Africa's endless savannas, stories awaken of valiant kings and radiant queens with deep, lustrous skin. The Bible, one of humanity's oldest texts, conceals within its pages the truths of these ancestral sagas. Embark with us on a cinematic voyage through time as we revive the memories the world once neglected, but Africa's sands still preserve. Before delving into our main narrative, remember to subscribe and activate the notification bell to stay connected with our upcoming releases. We have much captivating history to share, so let us embark on this magnificent expedition to rediscover the heritage of our Black and African forebears. According to the scriptures, all living nations descend from Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. This includes black and dark-skinned people whose bloodline stems from Ham, one of Noah's sons. Shem and Japheth, Ham's brothers, represent Semitic peoples, Arabs, Jews, Syrians, and Japheth's lineage encompasses Europeans and Asians. The Bible describes Ham as the ancestor of African and dark-skinned peoples. His name is eternally linked to Africa, while the Psalms connect him with ancient Egypt. Furthermore, early Jewish and cultural traditions affirm Ham's African roots. The legacy of Ham's descendants continuously directs us toward African territories, tribes, and civilizations. While his very name remains a timeless symbol of that origin, the term meaning burned or dark in Hebrew, Aramaic, and other ancient tongues alludes to the deep tone of Ham's skin and hair. In Genesis chapter 10, particularly between verses 6 and 14, the genealogy of Ham, known as the Hamitic line, is revealed. Scripture identifies Ham's sons as Cush, who became the ancestor of many African nations, and Mizraim, who established ancient Egypt. It's notable that Arabs, Jews, and Syrians still call Egypt Mizraim, a name derived from its founder. Put, sometimes referred to as Phut, and Canaan, the forefather of the Canaanites, are also among Ham's sons. The term Canaan denotes both a land and a people. Cush, Ham's firstborn, gave rise to numerous nations and tribes, such as the Ethiopians and Nubians, who were once united under the ancient kingdom of Cush. These influential civilizations share a common ancestry traced back to Cush. Furthermore, the Samaritans, believed to descend from Nimrod, Cush's rebellious son, are thought to have originated from ancient Babylon. Additionally, people of South India, along with African populations such as Malians, Eritreans, Kenyans, Congolese, and the Fang of Gabon, are considered to possess Cushite lineage. In the biblical sense, Cush refers to regions like Ethiopia, Sudan, and areas of East Africa, its meaning rooted in the original word for Ethiopia or black. Canaan and Mizraim were both sons of Ham, with Mizraim recognized as the progenitor of the ancient Egyptians and the darker-skinned North Africans, including the Tuareg and Berber peoples of Semitic descent. Arabs and Israelites refer to Egypt as Mizra, and in Psalm 78, verse 51, it is written that God struck down the firstborn in Egypt, the first fruits of manhood in the tents of Ham. Ham also had a son named Put, sometimes called Phut, born after Mizraim. The name Put originates from a word meaning landmark and relates to tribal hunters across Africa. Put is considered the forefather of the Black Libyans and other African tribes. Regarding the well-known Curse of Ham or Curse of Canaan, many people have misunderstood the story in Genesis chapter 9. Scripture tells how Noah became drunk, and Ham, instead of helping him, mocked his father's naked state before telling his brothers. Yet this event can be read in several ways and is not the main theme of the passage. Noah placed a curse upon Ham's son Canaan, and while his response may appear severe, dishonoring one's father then was viewed as a serious offense, almost sacred in duty. Noah's intoxication was likely unintentional, caused by his discovery of fermented wine from grapes never before used, and therefore God did not punish him. It's important to remember that Ham and his sons, Cush, Mizraim, and Put, are all believed to be ancestors of diverse African and Black civilizations. The Bible, through its genealogical records, connects their lineage to ancient Africans such as Egyptians, Ethiopians, and surrounding nations. However, these stories must be seen within their historical and cultural frameworks, reflecting ancient understanding and belief systems rather than literal, historical fact. The Bible should not be treated as the sole historical or anthropological guide to trace the Beginnings and evolution of Black and African civilizations. Researchers depend on diverse fields like archaeology, linguistics, genetics, and oral storytelling to reconstruct humanity's complex origins. As our grasp of history deepens, it's vital to maintain scholarly dialogue and continuous study for a fuller understanding of Black and African ancestry, migrations, and culture. It's equally essential to note that interpreting the Bible to claim Africans were cursed is entirely wrong. The curse in Scripture falls upon Canaan, Ham's grandson, not upon all Africans. Ham, recognized as the forefather of African and South Indian peoples, lived before the Great Flood and reached an extraordinary age, witnessing many generations. Like his brother Shem, Ham likely lived for about 600 years or more. Although the Bible does not specify his exact age, scholars estimate a similar lifespan. His burial site remains unknown, with theories pointing to Ethiopia, Nubia, or Mesopotamia, the ancient Sumerian land. Yet many believe Ham rests in Africa, particularly in Sudan or Ethiopia, while others even propose Egypt, a land still revealing ancient mysteries through its timeless tombs. The Book of Jubilees expands upon the later life of Ham and recounts significant events concerning Noah's descendants, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. This ancient Hebrew text, once held in high esteem before and during the era of Christ, explains Ham's frustration when his youngest son Canaan decided to inhabit Shem's territory, now recognized as modern-day Israel. Ham's other sons, including Cush and Mahi, objected to Canaan's decision to settle in that region, believing that Africa had been divinely designated for Ham's lineage. Yet in defiance of his father and brothers, Canaan chose to stay in the land of Shem. The Book of Jubilees also records that Ham became the first to establish a city and kingdom after the flood, naming it Male-Tlok in tribute to his cherished wife. Such ancient writings must be interpreted with respect to their historical and cultural setting, as Scripture presents layered and complex narratives. It remains essential to guard against distortions that wrongly assign curses to entire races. Thank you for watching. We hope this reflection has deepened your understanding of biblical history. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more discussions as we explore the profound truths and hidden details within the Bible.